So I just love these apple pie bars because the simplicity is amazing. What I'm looking for here is about 4 cups of apples, and this is just going to depend on the size of your apples, probably 4 to 5 apples, and we want them peeled and diced. So to my apples, I'm going to add a good tablespoon of lemon juice. I'm going to do a pinch of salt, 2 teaspoons of apple pie filling, 3 tablespoons all-purpose flour, and 1/3 cup brown sugar. Now before we put those apples aside, I almost forgot, a teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm going to set these aside, and then we're going to get on to that crust. So for your crust, I have 2 cups all-purpose flour. I'm going to do 1 cup of brown sugar. To that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of that apple pie spice, and 1/2 teaspoon salt. So I'm going to mix this till it's all combined here, and I've got my oven heated at 350 degrees. Now, I wrote this for an 8x8 inch pan. I don't have an 8x8 square here, but I do have a round pie plate, so that's what I'm going to use. This is actually vintage Pyrex, so you don't have that same concern as it going from hot to something cool. I did, however, cut some parchment paper for it. Now I have in my pan melted 2 sticks of butter, so 1 cup of butter, and I'm just going to slowly incorporate that into my dry ingredients here. So now that I have that combined, I am going to do about 2/3 of this into my pie plate here, and I'm just gonna press that down. And next we're gonna top that with those seasoned apples. So next I'm just going to take the rest of that, and I'm going to sprinkle that as evenly as I can. I don't want to pat it down on top. I want it to be more crumbly on top. And then into that 350 degree oven, 40 to 50 minutes. I'll start checking on it in about 35 minutes. Because look at this. Woo-hoo. Okay, so what you're looking for is you want a nice brown crispy crust. You want to see some bubbling. You probably can't see that on camera. And you want to poke through, make sure your apples are soft. And then comes the hardest part of all of this. I'm going to sit this on a wire rack for an hour at least before we cut into them. Probably 2 to 3 hours. So I've only been about 40 minutes, so this is still pretty warm. I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of this parchment, pull it out. So I'm gonna let it continue to cool like this, but I have to get going. So we're gonna take this a little tiny taste. It's just all the things that you really like about a apple crisp or apple cobbler or apple pie. Crispy, soft, and has that mellow seasoning from that apple pie spice. It's delicious. So especially warm like this, it really just needs some vanilla ice cream. I'll see y'all later. Bye.